And I'm jumping on here trying out some new technology. So I'm trying to see how this is working out. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm looking to be going live a lot more often, reaching out, connecting with you guys a lot more, talking about a lot of exciting topics. I'm going to have some new courses, workshops, a lot of different ways to work with me. And I'm kind of going a little bit off script, and I've been diving in a lot more intuitively, and I'm going a lot more with what I'm kind of feeling. As always, I'm looking for your suggestions, for your needs, your interests, your topics. So anytime you have those, I'd love to have you just throw those at me. Shoot me a message. You can catch me on my website, www.mynewlifepath.com. You can shoot me a message on Facebook, on my business page, my private page, whatever it is that you'd like to use to contact me. So if you are on with me right now, I would really appreciate it if you could just write anything for me in the chat. Just a quick hi. Nice to see you on here. Anything at all, just, let me know that you're on here. Because with the new software, I'm not able to see who's on, who's watching. I'm looking to see if the comment feeds are working. So this is just one of the things that I'm doing to kind of test out to see how things are going to run and how this is going to work. And if this is going to be a really good platform for me to be using, to be working with everybody here. So obviously I'm looking for the greatest form of communication that I can find. So if I can't talk, hey, Sean's throwing me in anything from Facebook. Awesome. So I know that my Facebook is working. Fantastic. Anybody else who is out there, if you can just keep firing at me some comments so I can check this out and see how this is going. Because I'm looking to be doing some simultaneous streaming with YouTube Live and Facebook Live. These are going to be my two modalities that I'm looking to reach you guys at. So the more I know that this is working, the more interactive this is, the more I'm aware of it. Hey, Debbie, last time I heard you, I was blown away by your intuitive meditation. Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Wow, I didn't expect that anybody was going to be on. I thought I was just kind of going to be talking to myself here a little bit. So it's exciting to see everybody here. I guess I'm doing a live, and I didn't plan on it. So, feel free, shout out at me while I'm doing this little test. If there's anything at all that you'd like me to share with you, I really had nothing planned for tonight, but I'm happy to dive in there and go with you guys. I was just checking out how this program was working, but I'm happy to use it to any advantage as possible that you want to. So, all right. So since we're talking about intuition, let's go a little bit about what guided me to this. If you're interested, just give me a yes, give me some kind of anything like that while I'm keeping this rolling. For those of you on here who are working through your own intuitive little ventures, hello, my sister. I didn't know I was going to be on either. I'm working on some new software, and I'm trying to see how this is working out with integrating two different programs and streaming in two different places. But while I'm on here, I'm kind of chitty-chatting with some other people. So thanks, guys, for jumping in and making this test run a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. You guys are fantastic. So, yeah, talk about an awkward presentation. So, really what brought me to this is there is so much out there in terms of social media and business promotion and program promotion and types of styles of programs. And to say overwhelming would be a severe understatement if I were to tell you what the process is. Carol, you can back me up here. Listening to all the different places that things come at you with, this is how you need to make a successful business. This is what you need to do a successful business. This is what you need for your program. This is what you need. And it's just like, oh my gosh. So I really took some time to quiet myself, and what better time than a COVID outbreak to take some quiet time for yourself to really figure it out. Okay, ready? Brace yourself for it. Yeah, Carol's saying so many. So I took this time to do something crazy, and it was to think about what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be, how I wanted to represent myself, how I wanted to best serve people, how I wanted to utilize my skills, talents, and abilities. And what I felt was really the most natural way to do that. So I'm going to be jumping off of a lot of ledges. I'm going to be taking a lot of risks. I'm going to be doing a lot of out there things, like hopping on a live when I had no plan of going on a live, not really made up to do a live and not really set up to present anything, but here I am reaching out, speaking with people, because you're meant to be here, I'm meant to be here, and that's just the way things are going to go. So little did I know that I had a little nugget of truth for you, and little did I know that I was going to have something that I was going to bring to you. But since I'm here and you are here, I want to share this. And I have made a strong commitment to myself, and I believe it's been this outbreak that's led me to this, that I am going to follow my truth. I am going to allow my intuition, my inner voice, my higher spirit, the true self of who I am, to be my internal compass at all times. And any time that I find myself looking outside for influence, for guidance, for copycat programming, comparison of myself to other people, and basing my levels of success on what I see other people doing, then I know that I'm not following that compass. So in my heart, in my mind, in my body, in my spirit, this has been a successful live. Number one, I'm learning new technology. Okay, those of you who are on here, most of you know my husband's an IT guy, but he can tell you I sat down and I worked through this myself. I was very like, I want to do this. I want to, I want to try. And it was challenging, and I hit roadblocks, and I had no idea what was going to happen. But man, I came on here and I just clicked that button, and I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I can babble here like a happy chimp if I want to. And I actually tried one quick take of this before you guys hopped on, but I didn't see commenting. I can't see who's viewing until your name pops up. So I don't really know how that's going to work. And you know what? That's okay. I had to be unafraid to hit that live button, put myself out here, and see what was going to happen. So Carol's saying, I meant to say you have expressed my truth in your words. I was surprised you're doing a live. Yeah, I totally, I was just thinking about you 15 minutes ago and how much you've expanded. Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic, Carol. I love that. So listen, I mean, if this is the kind of thing that you're liking, what you're going to be getting from me is a whole lot of realness. And I've become very aware of how untruthful, and I'm going to say this in a different way, all right? And I'm going to elaborate on this a little bit. So if you understand this, let's take a new meaning to the word of dishonesty and dishonest living. And when I'm talking about dishonesty, I'm not talking in terms of like lying, stealing, cheating, and stuff like that. What I'm talking about is all those times that you have literally turned your back on yourself. I'll give you an example. It's the easiest one of all, okay? Everybody here can relate, and please just give me a yes, I get that. The simplest of things is when every time somebody's asked you to do something and you knew the minute they asked you, oh my God, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to that place. I don't want to be with those people. And you go, yeah, sure, sounds good. And then before you know it, you're setting up plans. You're anxiety ridden for the whole week or weekend before you're doing it. You're kicking yourself in the pants the minute you said yes. You knew you didn't want to do it, and you did it. And you feel eaten inside, right? And the whole time, like you're getting ready, you just feel like garbage. Maybe you're getting a little sad. You're getting a little irritable. Maybe you're yelling at your kids more. You're very impatient. And then you go out and you do it and you're very, oh yeah. And you put on whatever it is that you have to do. And then you go home and you kind of like crash after that, right? So go ahead, please shoot in the comments if that resonates with you at all. We've all done that at one point in our lives or another. And we know exactly what it is that we're doing at that point. That's every part of you inside going, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You know you didn't want to do that, but you did it. And you know what? You do it again and you do it again and you do it again. We do these things, everything from our social lives to, yep, there's the thumbs ups I was looking for. And I know there's more if I can see them. Let's see if I can get more. What do I have here? No, never LOL, she says, tongue in cheek, right? So yeah, every time we do that, and then we do it for our social lives, we do it for our families, we do it for our kids, we do it for work, we do it. And then guys, just think about it. Every time you do that, it's like you're this big, beautiful sculpture and you just chip, and you chip away at little pieces of yourself every time you do that. And you chip away enough, you almost don't recognize the image. You don't recognize the sculpture anymore. So there's been this calling, and I think this has been a big part of this pandemic and everything. We're being called, and we have two choices. We can listen or we cannot. And hey, you find that you don't want to disappoint people. Yes. And that is something big that I'm going to be talking about in some of the workshops that I'm working through. And that is something I refer to as sacrificial lamb syndrome. Okay. Mary had a sacrificial lamb. And what it is that we are all about sacrificing ourselves for other people because we do not want to disappoint. We care about other people. We want to make them happy. We love our children. We want to give of ourselves. Then we want to give to our spouse. We want to give to our parents and our families and everybody and give and give and give and give and give and give and give. But then what happens is when we get done, yes, living up to expectations. And then that raises to light another question that I'm going to be talking about in a whole other thing. Whose expectations? And at which point do we create these expectations? And even when we part from school and former relationships and upbringing and politics and everything, I mean, just even what we see, on social media, we can't help but we just look at it. It's like, I've got to be that person. Okay. One big truth that I realized is knowing my limitations. Okay. Some people are those get in the car and they've got their kids in the car and they can go to the store and then they go here and then they pick up the birthday present, then they go to the birthday party, then they come home and they get, whoa, and you know what? Props to those people. Props to them. The ones that can get in the car and go to 15 after school activities and have dinner and do this and they have a perfect, great. I admire you. But for a long time, I wanted to be that person. And I hated myself because I wasn't. Hated myself because I wasn't. Because I was not meeting every expectation. It was like I would take little nuggets of all these other people that I would see and I would admire things and I'd want to piece them together to make the perfect me. And the more I wasn't that perfect me, the more I was like, man, you suck. And just hating and hating. And then what happens is we strive for greater perfection and we overachieve and we overindulge and we overextend ourselves and we burn out. And we get depressed, we get anxious, we get sick, we get tired, we get irritable, we get angry, we get all these different things. But guys, it's all because it's that part of us that's screaming like a little kid going, will you listen to me? Will you just pay attention to me? And I've heard the calling long and hard, and it's tried to get my attention more times than I can count in a myriad of different ways. And little by little, I would kind of answer it, and then I'd go away again. So I'm so excited because I had no idea that this was going to take this direction. But since you are here, I can't help but use this and just be here. So What I have coming forward is a new and exciting program. And I'm calling it My Moment of Truth. And what this is are insights and moments of my life that were those wake-up calls, those aha moments of when I went, whoa, that's not me. That's not me. And once I came to those moments of awareness, how I was able to shift myself into that place of meanness. And guys, the shifts and the completion and what it is that has come over me is nothing short of miraculous. I have found my direction. I've found my direction with my business, and I've found my direction with how I'm going to be using my gifts, my talents, the skills that I have, and how I want to be helping others. And this is aligning with the truth of who you are, connecting with yourself, and living honestly and honorably, okay? Honoring yourself and living in the most honest and authentic and honorable way, so that every time you make a choice, every time you do an action, you can literally feel this refreshing wave come over you. And now, where I used to feel that inflammation in my body, I used to have panic attacks. Guys, when I say I'm going to be real and raw and honest with you, you're going to get the truth, okay? The tears that would pour out of me, or the way I would shut down and isolate myself or become insocial, was because there was this part of me that was shutting down because it was so heartbroken. It was literally heartbroken that I was just turning my back. It was like an abandoned, I don't like using the term abandoned child because we're not going into like inner child stuff. It's not that. But it's like you're literally turning your back on yourself. And it's just like, oh my God, why are you doing this? And you're like, whatever, I got to be like everybody else. And I got to do all those things that other people are doing. So I don't have time to listen to what you want. I don't have time to listen to the fact that you're tired and you can't go anymore, because I got to go do more, because I need people to approve of me. And I have to go say yes to that person because I need them to like me. And it's like, really? So time after time again. So it's just going to be realness. And I'm going to be working with people on these real topics because this is the real stuff. You can go ahead and positive affirmation yourself all you want. You can set goals and good intentions all you want. But without being in alignment and without being in the truth of what it is that you're doing, why you want it, why you need that for yourself, and what it is that you're calling for yourself, then those goals and those good intentions are literally nothing more than that. They're good intentions. It's like all talk, no action, great ideas with no forward. Everything I've been doing up until this point was exactly that. It was all talk and no action. And it wasn't until I came here at the end of the night, 10 o'clock, not made up, hitting a live button, that I'm like, bam, that's it. I'm here. I'm real. This is the presence. This is what you get. It's me on a plate. And that's what's happening. And all I'm looking to do is excite and energize and get everyone who sees one of these lives to find that peace. Find that peace within inside you, that as you hear me talk, are you feeling that part of you that's like, damn, yeah, I've turned my back so many times on myself. I think it only knows what my ass looks like. That's it. I don't think it even knows what this looks like anymore. And you know what? I don't even know who I am anymore. Ask me what I want. I don't know. I don't know what I want because I've been too busy doing what everybody else wants. I don't know who I want to be because I've been too busy being what everybody else wants me to be. But you know what? The truth of that is, those are all perceptions, and that's what we think that everybody has wanted. But right here and now, we know the truth of this, okay? These are the expectations that we placed on ourselves, and it's okay. We all do it. It's called being human, all right? And it's all right, but now it's time. It's time for all of us to become the best versions of who we really are, so that we can, I know it takes a quarantine to help that. It absolutely does. So anybody who doubts that there was any purpose in this, we had to be shut in with that quiet time to wake us up, to shake us up, to get us to understand this. Because I know I was kind of going there, but I was not there. Truthfully, I was not there. And it's okay. But it's time for us to stop striving to fit the mold, okay? If you are a square peg and you are trying to cram yourself into a round hole day after day after day after day, you are going to hurt because you're trying to fit yourself into something that you are not meant to be in, okay? And it's time to stop hurting. It's time to stop being tired. Can I ask you a question? And please type in the chat because this is how I'm going to know that you're there, okay? How tired are you at the end of the day when you've had to be around a lot of people? Just go ahead and let me know. Tell me if, when you are done, when it's either at like a family gathering or one of your kids' birthday parties or a kid's class party, with, some of the mean girl class moms. We've all been there. Okay, these things happen and you're like, oh my God, I am so exhausted. Like you can feel it, right? Like your skin hurts. And it's because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to keep up an image. Thank you. Very drained and tired. Dion, oh my God, I love that you're on here. This is so amazing. Yes, you're exhausted. Why are you exhausted? Why are you exhausted? Because you are serving and you are living in that moment as the most unnatural, inauthentic. And I'm not placing a label on anybody here going, you're all a bunch of fakes. But guys, let's just be real. That's what I'm here about. Let's just be real. Let's cut the crap. Let's just throw the truth out there. Hand up, me, okay? Because we're faking it till we make it. And we're faking it till we can't take it no more. We are tired. We are tired of jumping through the hoops. We are tired of the horse and pony shows. We are tired. We're tired. And guys, I can tell you that I can feel the difference. I know the difference between an aligned day and an unaligned day. I know the difference between truthful representation of myself and freaking phony syndrome, okay? I know the difference between sacrificial lamb and healthy, distant boundaries that I'm maintaining that are beneficial to everybody. Because when we are living as our highest selves, we're so much more refreshed, and you will hear it. You will hear. Instead of the monkey mind, okay, again, keep it coming for me in the chat, okay? When you feel this exhaustion and when you do this, do you have more anxiety? Do you experience greater overwhelm? Do you have more frequent periods of, I'm going to use the word, depression? Do you feel like you need to just close the door and shut yourself out and like you can barely even put on those yoga pants to get to the grocery store? Like, I don't have a drop of anything left. And you can almost feel every part of you going, please stop. Just leave me alone, please. Don't make me do it. I don't have any more left in me for another day of this. I can't, right? The opposite end of this. Here is the hope, the light that's at the end of the tunnel. As much as those cries happen when you are living from disconnected living, as much as that drain milks you, sucks you dry when you're living unaligned, when you're aligned, you literally hear this little celebration. Yeah, I need to unplug. Right? Like that phone beeps and you're like, what? It can be just a little Facebook alert and you're like, ah! And you know what, guys? That's something else I'm going to be talking about how to maintain those boundaries and really great things that you can do. So yeah, put that silence, that do not disturb thing on, put the damn thing away for a while. We're not going to die if we don't instant gratify everybody at a push of a button. Okay. I feel like I could go on and on and on. So, but when you're living aligned, you literally have an internal celebration. Every time you make a choice that's right for you, there is this wave, like a whoosh, that comes over you, and you hear, thank you. Thank you. It's an internal smile that lights you up from the heart, and it goes outside. Okay? You go from drained to energized. You go from sore and achy and crampy and ugh, and everything to refreshed, to alive. Airplane mode. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, there's just so much. Everything is at a fingertip away, especially now, okay? My Sean, my Erin, everybody who's in the healthcare field, man, you're working the front lines and then you come home to social media. Where does your brain or your spirit get a break to feel love, to feel connection, to feel alive, when every time you're turning around, it's panic, stress, pandemonium, or it's everybody else going, look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at how you're failing as a parent. Look at how you're failing as a mother. Look at how you're failing as a person. Look at what you're not accomplishing. Me. And you're like, ah, it's enough. All right. Now, I'm not saying all of these things are to blame, They certainly don't help. But at the same time, if you're living aligned and you're anchored in the truth and you're grounded in who you are, that stuff doesn't bother you. It really doesn't. You can see those posts and you go, all right, well, good for her. Okay, that works for her. But you know what? I'm comfy. I'm okay. I'm good with where I am. And, knowing that what you did for the day, it's enough. And being good with that. I had that today. I was like, oh my God, this is going on. That's going on. That's going on. That's going on. That's going on. And I have so much to do. And I was able, in a grounded, aligned place, to say, I'm going to be here for these people at this moment, these people at this moment, these people at this moment, and that's all I have for the day. That's all I'm getting done. And I was good with that. And ladies and gentlemen, if he's still on with us, it's because of that I have the energy to be on here with you right now. I had no plan of doing anything tonight. If I were not in that place, I would have been like, everybody just go away and I'm going to bed early and I can't deal with this. I can't even deal. That's where I was. Okay. So this is all about coming into what you want, who you want to be, what are your limits, guilt-free boundary setting and following that. Finding, let me see the comments come pouring in because there are people here I know are going to love this one. Are you ready? Finding your no. 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 And knowing how to say that guilt-free, appropriately, graciously, and not just being able to say it, but recognizing the gift that you give other people by saying it. Because it's not selfish. It's not selfish to you and it's not selfish to anybody else. So we're going to touch on things like how to say no when you want to say no and why it's a good thing, all the different ways that you can, practicing that no muscle, getting it there. Shh. I love it. And I've become pleasantly surprised. I've started saying no to people that I thought I couldn't say no to, or that it broke my heart to ever even dream of saying no to. And they've been like, wow, okay, sure. Or they're like, oh, you said no, yay. I was like, yay, Debbie said no, and it was like a little, yay. It's all good. So we're going to talk on boundary setting. We're going to talk on healthy limits, getting rid of sacrificial lamb syndrome, something I call the Mad Hatter syndrome, wearing too many hats, comparing yourself to others, guilty pleasures, enough is enough, knowing your limits, finding your boundaries, igniting your passions, tapping into your desires, like all of it, all of it. We are just going to bring things to life one by one by one by one. These are going to be, I'd love your feedback because my plan is at this point a 2-part component workshop, okay? They're going to be easy peasy, one and done things. It's going to be a talk pretty much like what we're doing on one specific topic. We're going to just bring up everything about the topic and we're going to brain dump. And you're going to find all those areas of your life where that area like applies for you. What it is that you're doing that you don't want to be doing anymore, how you want to change, what you really want to be feeling and what you want to be doing. The second part of that is going to be a clearing component, a clearing and alignment together, okay? I will be doing a myriad of different things that I am familiar with. It could be a little bit of emotional freedom technique. It could be a little bit of MAP. There's a couple of other modalities that I'm dabbling in that are awesome. I have made more shifts in 2 weeks using these 2 things than I have in a long time. They're really, really great. I cannot promise you week to week what it is that I'm going to be doing. I can't promise you clearing session to clearing session what it's going to be because I am no longer coming down with a set agenda of what I'm telling myself I'm going to be doing. I'm purely going to be following intuitive action. Okay? I'm on the fence whether or not I may or may not demo a clearing session of that before I go full launch. If this is something that's sounding good to you, something that you're interested in, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to, number one, let me know that you're interested in these types of workshops that I'm looking to put together. And if you feel so inclined, shoot me a message with your email address because what I'm going to do is I will put your email in my book. And when I have this ready to go, I will let you know. And I'm going to be planning a series of lives. Now that I know that this is working, I think this is the platform I'm going to be using. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this for me. I thought this was going to be awkward and weird, and I did not know what to expect. And this turned out to be a crazy amount of fun. And I've really enjoyed being with each and every one of you tonight. So thank you so much for your interaction, your feedback, for chiming in, throwing me the comments so I know what's going on here and so I can follow you. If this proves to be continually, I'm in, you have my info. Yes, I do, my dear lady. And I apologize to you, Dion, not getting back to you because as you can see from this video, it's been kind of an evolutionary process. And I haven't had anything to commit to because I've been trying to honor that space of allowing things to come to me as they're coming to me. I'm also going to be doing things to help you. If you've been struggling with things like grounding or any kind of alignment with your intuition, I've found ways to be, it's not teaching you anything. It's just opening you up to what's already within you and you opening your connections to find your own ways of self-discovery. So this is not your common self-help. This is not personal development in, I'm going to teach you something. You're going to try these exercises. No, it's not any of that. I will have tracking and reflection worksheets, but all of this is about you discovering the truth for yourself. This is not me forcing opinions down your throat. This is not me shoving modalities down your throat. This is not me pushing or selling methods of any kind. I've also decided, for those of you who are struggling, in terms of things like marketing, okay, I've really just, I'm done. I'm done with the constant barrage and the overwhelmment of what it is that works and how you need to, funnel and drip feeds and all this other stuff. Anybody who's been out there and has been receiving those things knows, yeah, okay, that stuff's out there, but that's not what I'm looking for at this point. And I'm not even looking for, trying to get anybody to want anything. This is just something that it's like, you know what? I'm here. And anybody who is ready, who wants to be a part of this, I am here. And all my intention is to be available and be present and be honest and authentic in every possible way that I can to honor everybody in their space where they are in their journey. So the programs that I am creating are meant to be done in the time that everyone is ready for it. There is no act now. There is no sign up for this now or the price is going to go up. That will never happen. I'm just not aligned with that. And I don't believe it's right to hold anybody's hand over a fire to tell them when the right time is for them to approach something. So each topic will come out as the mood strikes me, and it will be available to each person when they are ready to receive that. So this is where I am. This is the new Debbie. This is the new life path. This is my new life path. There you have it. So please feel free to contact me as much as you like. You can check me out on my website, www.mynewlifepath.com. Catch me on my Facebook business page under Life Path Consulting, always on my personal page. Keep checking, my sister. It's nice to see you happy. Hair is getting long. I know. Ugh. Next on the list, the salons have opened. Can you tell I'm overdue? So I will be there soon, and hopefully I'll have a fresh new look for my new life path. And thank you guys for being with me and being real and making this test mode really fun. I think this might work out. Am I in love with it? No. Are there things that I could improve on? Sure. But you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And as Dion said, this is extraordinary. You know what? This is just amazing. This is how you're getting me. Okay? Real. All right. I know, get ready. All right. I'm dumping everything I've worked on because it's just not right. And if it's not right, it doesn't matter how much you committed to something. If it's not you, please, if you get one thing from this live, if it's not you, let it go. Truly, let it go. And just release anything and everything that when you're holding it or it's in your space or it's a part of you and it's not making you feel right. If you feel that sadness, any part of you is feeling sad, it's time to let it go. So if it means that I am dumping 2.5 years of documents, PowerPoint presentations, files, worksheets, and Word documents, so be it. I'm going to keep the information because a lot of it is really useful, but I'm presenting it in a whole new way. So reach out to me, keep in touch, fire at me those topics. This is what I need from everybody. I need to know where you're at in your journey, okay? Any way that you feel comfortable to contact me with that, you can drop it in a comment, you can private message me, you can email me. Let me know where you're at in your journey. So thank you so much for being so transparent. You know what? It's the only way to be. So thank you, Dion, and thank you everybody here for creating this safe place, for me to be so transparent and authentic. So it is my hope that you see this courage, that you see this excitement. Do you see the energy? I didn't need to present anything. I didn't need to prepare anything. It's natural. So I want you to find this naturalness in your life. This is what's going to get ready to rock and roll. You're going to love it. It's going to be exciting. I'm excited to be a part of it with you. Feel free to share with anybody and everybody that you think is looking for this kind of transparency, that's looking for this kind of authenticity, because this is what the world is ready for. You all have the most incredible, unique light. You have unique gifts and talents. Every single one of you has this realness. And the world is tired of carbon copies. So let's get out there. Let's make our mark. And when we come out of this pandemic, we're going to come out with such a blinding light that the world is not even going to know what hit it. Okay? And I'm ready for it. So thank you so much. This was ridiculous amounts of fun. I love you all. You all keep trucking. You all keep being amazing. I am so excited for future lives. In the future, I will be posting, now that I know that this works, I will be letting you know scheduled times. Again, I'm trying to feel what that is for me. If you have a specific day or time that works best for you, please fire it at me because I will put that open for consideration. I am leaning towards the possibility of Wednesdays or Thursdays at about 12:30 p.m., or I can do them at night. So where I'm looking to go with that is going to be dependent on how I feel and also any feedback that I get from you guys. So the more feedback I get from you, the more I can best tailor everything to meet your needs while bringing my comfort and my authenticity to you. So for the final time, thank you so much. Have a fantastic, incredible week. I hope this energizes you to a whole new level. Call to action for tomorrow. Find your first element of your life that feels out of alignment. Something that you know that you are doing or that is a part of you that you're looking to release that is no longer serving you, that is not in alignment. If you feel called to share it with me, please do. You might be the first person that I create a topic for, and I am more than happy to pay that forward to you. If you inspire me for a topic, my one thought is that I'm thinking is that whoever inspires that topic automatically gets to attend it for free. Crazy. I wasn't thinking of that before, but it's something that just came to me, and I think it's a nice pay it forward sort of thing. Maybe either free or half price. We'll see. I'm not sure, because sometimes when we do free, we don't commit to it. So I don't know. I'll think on that more. Interested in your thoughts, but we're going to come together and put something really awesome together. So have an awesome rest of the night. Have a fantastic rest of the week. I love you all. Be real. Okay, stay real, get real. And I will be seeing you all again real soon. Thank you so much. I love you. Bye.